children of the one Yahweh. Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us.
I see you looking curiously. You just trying to hear what we're talking about? Real quick, sister, what is your ethnic background, your nationality? Canadian? Okay, your family from the islands, or were they like Underground Railroad? Or what's the history of your family? The latter, the Underground Railroad. Okay, so your family, they left from America and they fled up into Canada for greener pastures, right? Okay, so what were they running from, right? Slavery, right? So let me show you something real quick. Deuteronomy 28:60. I'm going to give you this real quick. I know you guys are walking, you probably got, you know, whatever going on. You're just in town visiting or what? Okay, beautiful. What part of Canada do you live? Quebec? Okay, most of my family lives in Quebec. I'm Haitian, so my family is in Quebec City and in Montreal. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me get you with this real quick. First, actually, let me ask you, what is your religious background? Undetermined. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Do you know, what's your familiarity with the Bible? Very familiar. So you know about Moses, Egypt, etc. The slavery, right? So I'm going to read something to you, Deuteronomy 28, right? The context of this is Moses has led now the Israelites out of Egypt. They're now in the wilderness after the Exodus, right? And now he's giving them a list of consequences, right, of actions. If you sin, this is a laundry list of things that's going to happen. But I'm going to isolate one particular one just for you, and I'm going to ask you if it resonates with you in the history that you know about your family. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, Israel went into Egypt, right, to be slaves, right? But now we know they walked in, and we know they walked out. How much they just there now with ships, right? Interesting, right? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, right? Now that sounds eerily similar to something that happened to us in history, right? And now we look at scripture and when it was written. The book of Deuteronomy was written 3,000 years ago, right? So 3,000 years ago, I mean, granted, slavery started about 500 years ago. So 2,500 years before we were the shift to the prophecy, right? Give me Revelation 11 and 8, right? Because it's what's the
book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
So there's going to be a place that's going to spiritually be identified with Egypt, but it's also spiritually going to be identified with Sodom, right? So my question is, Sodom, right? What do we know about Sodom? What was the big deal with Sodom that happened in Genesis? It was destroyed. Why? The sin, right? The particular sin of Sodom is identified as homosexuality, right? So just taking a look at that, right? Analyzing. There's a place that's going to have the same type of spirit as Egypt and Sodom, right? So we know that it's going to have people in slavery. It's going to, you know, when you analyze Egypt, it deals with excess, of course, slavery, things of that nature, certain types of buildings, right? Like, hold on. Yeah, you can take pictures, that's fine. Egypt, like the pyramid, right? The pyramids they built there, the obelisk, right? You're familiar with the obelisk as well, right? We go to the Washington Monument, what's that? In D.C. It's an obelisk, right? We look at the back of that dollar bill, it's a pyramid, and we know this country was built on what? Slavery of particular groups of people, right? So now, this is why we begin to conclude that prophetically, it's got to be talking about this place, right? Where people will be sent into slavery in ships. Also, we know about, especially right now, you know, the LGBTQ plus agenda is huge here. You know, it's something that's extolled in this society. They're introducing it to the educational system, etc. So if I was going to identify a place with Egypt or in Sodom, I don't know any place that's a better example of that historically than America. And then also, people were brought into slavery on ships here, right? But Moses said that to the Israelites. He didn't say it to everybody. If you sin, you're going to go. He said to the Israelites, right? So if this place is where people were going to slavery, and we were the people that came into slavery here, it leads us to conclude that we are these people. We are, in fact, the Israelites. So that's what we're out here teaching, that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Israelites according to the Bible, the true descendants. And we're just teaching our people to come back to our laws, statutes, and commandments, because violating our law, statutes, and commandments is what got us here. So keeping them and having faith in Christ is the only thing that's going to get us out. Yeah. All right, sister.
Shalom, what's going on? It's your brother, Chief Priest Alazar Lawyer, aka the Guerrilla Hebrew, and I'm just letting y'all know I just dropped my official clothing line, Urban Guerrilla. Go to urbangorilla.com right now to check us out, man, and pick something up. There's urbngrla.com. We got all kind of items for men, women, children, even infants, as well as fragrance oil, smell goods. You can also check out Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co., another Sicarii business, on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can hit up deaconsicari.com to get your plug on the scarves, the music, and the children's Bibles. Thanks for your time. All praise to the Most High. Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.